Yo, if you had everything that you wanted right now in this present moment, how would you live this present moment? Or how would you live the rest of your life? Think about it. If you achieve every single thing that you set for yourself, how would you even grasp the moment right now? How would the texture of the moment feel? I know it seems kind of weird to speak like this, but I think it's very important to notice that what you think is what you attract. What your vibrational energy is what you ultimately attract. And so what this basically means is that if you're thinking negatively, the negativity outside you're going to attract. And if you're thinking positively, the positivity outside you will attract. And so what this basically means is you are basically a magnet. Think about it. You're not human, you're a magnet. I'm not saying you're not a human, but you're a human, but at the same time you're a magnet. You attract things to yourself. The reason why everything exists is because of its oneness, right? Us human beings, we are literally magnets. We attract things to us. Everything that you do is in order to attract things to you. Everything happens as a result of your mental state. I need you to think about this deeply right now. Everything happens because you attract it towards you, whether that be subconsciously or consciously. And what we need to realize is that what we attract is in our power. What we attract is in our minds, right? We can attract things with the use of this supercomputer that we have right here. You know, when you're in a social setting and people just feel attracted towards you, it's because the energy that you set. In social settings, people are more driven towards you as a person because you have that certain energy, that certain frequency that attracts those type of people. And so it's the same with different things in life as well. It doesn't need to be just people. It can be money, it can be opportunities, it can be making content, it can be anything. It couldn't be anything. It's just that the vibrational level that you're playing this game at will attract things to you. And if you take a look at the vibrational chart, which is going to be right there. If you take a look at that, what that's basically saying is that the more higher you vibrate on that chart, the more higher vibrational emotions you will feel. So for example, joy, peace and love. If you vibrate at those certain emotions, you will attract things towards you with that same frequency. And so instead of looking for things on the outside, why not become that in the first place? Do you know what I mean? Like, think about it right now. Instead of becoming the ideal self that you set yourself for, why don't you just copy the behaviors you will have in the future and just emulate that right now? It's very simple. Instead of acting like you are yourself right now, but I'm not good enough, I'm not this, don't act like yourself. Act like what future you is going to be like. And so to go in depth about this one thing, every single thing you attract to yourself, it can be subconscious as well, it can be unconscious as well. And when you're attracting things, right, it doesn't need to be just conscious, because your subconscious mind is still awake. Your subconscious mind, it never sleeps. When you sleep, you dream sometimes, right? So you need to think that this mind, the subconscious mind, is always in process. It's always processing information, and it doesn't specify whether it's true or false. So it always holds a fact and it manifests into reality because it's operating at that vibrational frequency, right? And so what I want you to understand right now is that, let's say you're having a bad time, you're having a tough time. Guess what? Unconsciously, you attracted that tough time towards you because you needed to learn a lesson. And so your unconscious mind attracted that situation for it to happen, for you to get crushed, so that you learn from that and move forward. That's the whole meaning of hard times. The reason why you have hard times is because your unconscious mind sees that there's a lack of a certain skill, there's a lack of a certain characteristic within you. And so that event happens, that bad event, which you think is bad, happens, and it teaches you a big lesson. It happened to me thousands of times. And guess what? I hate when it happens, but I ultimately know that it's going to lead me to a better place. I'm not going to be out here faking it. I'm not going to be like, oh, hard times create, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's good. It crushes you. Honestly, it hurts you. But guess what? Those are the times which show what type of person you are. The hard times show what type of character you have as a person. It doesn't need to be all sunshines and roses and stuff like that. Those hard times show what type of person you are. And so, getting back to the topic, because this is like a side tangent, you need to understand that everything that you attract is on a vibrational frequency. And so the way you raise your vibrational frequency is by cutting out is by taking a detox. And I'm not talking about the dopamine detox that everyone talks about, right? Because yeah, cool, dopamine detox is cool, bro, but like I feel like it needs to be more simplified than just doing that. And so what I want you to do right now is I'm gonna put a list of habits on the screen right here. Pick 3 habits, right? Pick only 3 and try to implement them within the next 3 weeks. Literally do them every single day or do them every other day and see what happens. You're gonna skyrocket in vibration. Honestly, it's gonna be like nothing else happened. And so when you skyrocket in vibration, what happens is you tend to attract things that are positive for you. You tend to move towards more positive thought patterns, because thoughts are just clouds in the sky. I mean, there's no clouds right now, yeah, but like thoughts are just clouds in the sky. And so you can't really hold a cloud and say it's mine. It belongs to the sky. And so just let it flow. And once you let that flow, once you're in that zone of having thoughts but not really paying attention to them because they don't mean shit, you look at those thoughts and you think, I'm not going to listen to you. And so when you're in a social situation, you jump in that conversation and you flow. Yo, when you're flowing in a conversation, it's just that you don't have any thoughts holding you back, right? When I'm in a social situation and I'm flowing in a conversation, bro, my mental dialogue is like, yo, you're cool, man, you're collect. I know it's cringe to say it, but like, that's just the way I feel. And when you feel, people can see how you feel, and they are attracted to your energy. And so the way you become more attractive as well is by just having that loving energy. And to have that loving energy, sometimes that means you have to go through those tough, dark moments. And that is the part of the journey. You can't be a hero without experiencing the lowest of the lows. I hope you know that. And so thank you for watching this video. I know the angle is kind of like that because I don't know, man, I just need the light and the sun on my face. And so thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.